Hi guys, RACKNLOAD. This is the MPA Hatsan multi-shot semi-auto shotgun. I'm going to do a bit of an instructional video on how to give this thing a damn good clean, because this one really does. It's had quite a bit of punishment now, and last time I used it, it was niggling a little bit with me, so I thought, right, it's time for a total strip down and a damn good clean. And you know, it's Christmas as well, so why not? The gun deserves it. But as well as doing that, while I've got it all stripped down, I'm finally going to do a modification that I've been wanting to do for a good while now, and that is to fit a bigger magazine to it. Now, the one that's fitted, as we know, the standard one makes it 7+1, so it's a 7-round magazine. But this is Hatsan's own 9-round magazine, so it'll turn this shotgun into a 9+1. So that'll be pretty cool. Not only that, it'll improve the look of the gun as well, because the mag will come to the end of the barrel. So it'll not only will it increase the capacity, but it'll make the gun look pretty cool as well. Better than it looks now, I think, anyway. Not sure how it's going to roll. I've watched a few videos on how to get these magazines out, the original ones. Some of them are Loctited in, so I may need the heat gun. Others are just sort of torqued in, so I may be able to sort of just crack it with brute strength, but we shall see. So in the meantime, I'm going to strip it all down, clean what I can. I'm not going to take the trigger mech out, because I did that last time and it's fairly clean anyway, but I'm just going to take the bolt out and all the bits and pieces, and then try and get the mag out, and then hopefully install this one and get it all working like clockwork, hopefully. Right then, so let's move that out of the way for a start. So obviously, safety check, yeah, we're all good. So first of all, let's strip it down, take the takedown nut off. Now, while I've got that off and just talking about the magazine, a few of my friends have actually done this modification, but they've used a different magazine. They've used the Nordic one, and it's quite a good mod that is to do. And I was toying with doing that one, but the only trouble is with that, you've got to chop the end of the original mag off, basically at the end of the thread, so you can basically put the Nordic mag on top with, and the nut that's supplied will sort of just connect it all together, and then you need like a barrel and mag brace as well. And I was umming and ahhing whether to do that or not, and then someone pointed me in the direction of this. Now, the reason this one appeals to me is, with the Nordic one, if you strip it down, i.e. a field strip to take your barrel off, you've got to take the end of the magazine off, because it'll be in two parts, because you're extending this original mag, and then you can have the spring come out, and it's just, I don't know, it'll be a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest, if you was wanted to strip it down sort of at the range, you know, say if you got something stuck in the mag, or a cartridge stuck or whatever, it'd just be a bit of a pain in the arse for field stripping. Whereas this, with this extended mag, it'll just strip down as quick as what it does with the original mag on, because it's one solid bit. The gas block runs up and down it, you know, it's just an all-in-one unit, so to speak. So this has appealed to me a lot more than the Nordic one, and it's a third of the price as well, and you don't even have to buy another nut or anything, because your original one will just work straight on there. So absolute bonus. So hopefully, I'm raving about it now, but hopefully it'll be all good. I'm sure it will. Right then, so let's get this show on the road. So barrel's off. We're going to get oil everywhere, that's why I put a plastic sheet down. Take the O-ring off as well. Just put them safe. All this is going to get a right good clean. Get a paper towel ready, I think. Right then, so this is the fiddly bit then. Getting the bolt handle off. Now what you got to do with the bolt handle, I'll just try and show you, catch it in the light. There's a bit of a, if you look at where the actual bolt handle sits, there's like a little notch in the middle. Don't know if you can quite see that on camera. It's a little bit difficult. I'm having to lift my camera up to sort of get all this in shot as I do this. But there's a little notch anyway. If you look at your Hatsan, there's a little notch. You've basically got to move the bolt handle into the middle of the notch, and then hopefully it'll just pull out, he says. Yeah, there we go. Bolt handle's out. And then obviously keep your finger on that, else the thing is going to shoot across the room. And then out comes the bolt. Slide that off. Put that to one side. And then spring off as well. And then that just leaves us with the barrel and the action. Get some of this excess oil off. Now I'm going to try and crack this magazine off by hand, because I don't know whether it has been Loctited in or not. I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to have to go off camera and grunt and groan trying to get this thing off, but to be honest I think it's going to be a heat gun job, but we'll give it a go, so bear with me. Okay then guys, I've just tried shifting that off camera and it's going to be a heat gun job because this thing is stuck solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this down a little bit more just to make it a little bit easier, and so I don't melt anything that's plastic on this gun. So first of all I'm going to take the side saddle off. That's a King Armory side saddle, just in case you're wondering. I'll just grab a screwdriver. We'll just whip this off. Oh, that's come off anyway. So just take these out, and we'll take the trigger mech out as well. May as well do the lot now. So much for a quick and easy job. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad actually. Just put them to one side. Now the video that I have watched where you use the heat gun says you've pretty much got to be brave when you do it. You know, don't worry about sort of melting your gun or anything. Just be brave when you do it. So I'm gonna just give it loads of heat. The Loctite in there apparently has got to get, you've got to get it up to about 250 degrees to sort of start melting. So when you see smoke, you're about there. Right. Okay. Okay, so let's take the trigger mech out. There's a trigger mech, that may as well have a damn good clean as well while we're at it. So we're down to sort of bare nuts. Now what I'm going to do now is just take the mag stop out as well. That's just a little screw there. Just undo that. I was always good at taking stuff apart, but when I was a kid, never get stuff back together, but hopefully this will all go back together nicely. Fingers crossed. There we go. Oh, there we go, that pops out. Whew. Yeah, that's definitely been Loctited. When you take the little mag stop off, don't know if you can see that if I zoom in. Focus. It's actually got, I don't know if you can see that, but it has been Loctited in, this has. You can see the glue. So definitely needs some heat. So I've just took that out of the way, just in case there's anything that could melt on that. It's all metal anyway, so it's pretty much all right. Now the only thing you have got to move out of the way is the magazine follower, because that is plastic. So if you are going to have to put some heat on this, like I'm going to, that's got to be moved out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it down. No, not with live ammo, before anyone suggests that. I'm going to push it down with something long and thin, like a screwdriver or something, just wedge it in, or a piece of dowel. I'll just see what I can find, and then I'll get this in the clamp and give it some heat. Also going to take the little screws out as well that are down here. 2 little screws, and this metal piece here that sort of retains the fore end will come off as well. If I'm going to do it, I'll just take the whole lot to bits, and then it's done then. And then, like I said, I can have a thorough clean then anyway. There we go. So that can come off. Right. We're pretty much there's nothing else really that can come off around that. So we just got to move that mag follower out of the way. Okay then guys, what I've done to keep the plastic magazine follower out of the way is I've shoved a screwdriver up the magazine and just wedged in a piece of wood just to keep that plastic mag follower out of the way. Obviously make sure if you're using a plastic handled screwdriver, make sure that's well away from the thread, because we're going to give it a little bit of heat now then. So I'll go and give that some hot air with a hot air gun, and hopefully melt that Loctite, and we'll have this magazine off then. Okay then guys, got the heat gun at the ready. Going to put one of these nozzles on the heat gun just so it'll focus the heat exactly where I want it. Right then, let's do this. A little bit nervous, but I think it'll be fine. Right, let's get this on magazine. Right, I'm just going to give it a go at that. Yeah, blimey, that didn't take much. Wow, that's unscrewing. Right, so what I'm going to do then is I'll just take my ingenious invention out, i.e. the bit of wood and screwdriver that's holding the mag follower out of the way. Take the screwdriver out. Actually, maybe I should let that cool down a bit. That'll be fine. It's a bit fiddly to do on camera, this is, guys, but that's coming undone anyway. That really didn't take much at all. I'm quite surprised. I'm just going to make that let that cool down a little bit, because I don't want to bring that mag follower back yet just while that metal's really hot. So I'm just holding this screwdriver in just to let it cool down a bit. It's quite cold in this outbuilding where I am anyway. Okay, that's cooled down enough now, so out comes the screwdriver, and then let's just unscrew this. Right, there we go, there's the spring. Let's try not to lose anything. Blimey, there we go. So there's the mag spring. We'll just put that out of the way and we'll go back to the table. Okay guys, I'm really pleased with how that's gone. There really wasn't much Loctite on that at all. I really thought I was going to have to sort of cut this gun with a heat gun to get this off, but it really didn't take long at all, and there really ain't a lot of Loctite on there. So well chuffed with that. I haven't set fire to anything, so that's always a bonus. So you can see the difference in magazines now quite easily, the length of them. Ah, this is cool. Pretty cool project. Nice easy job. So, though I didn't think it was going to be. Okay then guys, what I'm going to do now then, seeing as I've got this all stripped down before I put anything back together, I'm just going to give it a good sort of clean out, get any sort of Loctite that's in there. To be honest, there weren't really a lot, that's really surprised me. Just give it a good sort of clean out. Now I'm not going to re-Loctite that magazine in, I really don't see the point, as long as it's sort of screwed in well. There's no real point in Loctiting it again, because it'll just be a pain if ever I need to take the mag off for whatever reason. Okay. Right then, let's put this thing back together then. Let's just give the new magazine a bit of a wipe down. Now what did annoy me when I received this magazine in the post, they put a big price sticker and barcode right here, and of course it's one of them ones that you can't peel off in one, so I had to get it under the hot water tap just to get it all off. Not really clever though, is it? I mean, putting a price tag where the gas block's going to be running up and down. Come on guys, seriously. So anyway, I did clean all that off. So let's put this bad boy back together then. So opposite of pretty much what we've just done, but we ain't going to be needing any heat. In fact, before I put it back together, it is pretty clean in there, but I'm just going to run the bore snake through this magazine just to make sure it's nice and clean and there's no crap in there. We're going to do it properly. There we go. May as well do. Takes 2 seconds. Right, so first thing to go in then is that little washer thing. May as well just put that in that end. In fact, we can put that in last. So first to go in is that, just the actual stop at the end of the magazine, so we'll drop that in. In that goes, and then obviously the spring, and then the plastic mag follower. Just make sure there's no rubbish on that. Just before we put the mag on, I'm just going to give the inside of the receiver just a good clean, get any rubbish out of there, any excess oil, grease, unburnt powder. Paper towel. Okay, right then, so spring in to the new magazine. Now you used your original magazine from the 7 round mag to go in this 9 round mag. It'll still have enough tension to push the cartridges, so there'll be no problem there. I thought I'd have to have a different spring, but apparently not. So put the mag follower in. Okay, this is probably going to be a fiddly bit, trying to get this thing back in without the spring shooting out. No, seems alright. I'm going to give that, just off camera, just a real good crack. That's it. And that's nice and tight. That's it. New magazine is on. Let's drop that little washer in the end there. This is going too well, guys, for me. Something's bound to go wrong. Okay, that feels good. Right, so far so good. Okay, so we'll get this back on. Okay, that's the mag stop reinstalled. So before we put any other bits on, it's a case of cleaning before we put them back on. So pretty much just a wipe down for everything. I think that can go on next. Get the screws in there ready. Make life easier. Okay. Need a better screwdriver than the one I've got, to be honest. Okay, that's solid, looking good. Right, let's give this trigger neck a bit of a clean up. I think this will be a another mod that I'll do is this loading gate. That'll be the next one I do, but not yet. But it is one on the cards because it can be a bit of a pain, that loading gate can. Give this a spot of oil. And, some of the moving parts. Right, so drop the trigger mech in now. Now with that, the side saddle I'll have to go back on. Okay. Just put that down like that, so wrap off that. Also remember, when you put these side saddles on, don't do them up too tight because you can risk squeezing the action, which will then cause reliability issues. I won't do that too tight. That's on anyway. I'll test the action anyway once it's all together. So, right, the bolt. That's the next thing. Let's give this a bit of a clean up. More paper towels. can take the bolt off that actually. Whoops. Well, that can come off. Okay. What we'll do, we'll just wipe all the excess off that, all the excess powder and gunk, and we'll put some solvent on it. Good old Hops number 9. Quite a bit on this thing. Let's just have a bit of a dip in there. That's it. But, plenty on. Try not to get covered in it. Myself, that is, not the gun. Just let that soak for a little bit, and then we'll do this as well. Use the other corner of that paper towel. I'm just putting this on quite sort of liberally. I want it to soak in and get any crap off the metalwork. Like I said, as well as this installation of this extended magazine, this is actually a bit of a cleaning video as well. This gun does need a damn good clean. So we'll let that soak as well. New paper towel, I think. Let that bit soak. Oh, I'm getting Hops number 9 all over my rack and load patches. And then, as you can see, that needs a flipping good clean. Another paper towel. Oh, there goes the rubber O-ring, keep that safe. Now while they're soaking a little bit, I'm going to do the gas ports. Very important that you give them a good clean. Not teaching you guys how to suck eggs or anything, but this is a thorough clean for this gun. So I'm going to get plenty of solvent in there. Get rid of all that soot. Again, I'll let that soak for a bit. I'll probably just put a drop more on there. Okay. Right then, let's go back to this, give this a clean up, get all the excess solvent off. Okay. Drop the bolt back on. Bolt back on, and we'll just give that bit of oil on the firing pin, and any bits where you can see where there's metal on metal, just a bit of gun oil. Clean up that O-ring as well. Always keep a bit of oil on your O-ring as well, just to stop it perishing. Okay. Right then, I'll just wipe the excess of this as well. Looking good. Clean that. Get that rubbish off. Put a bit of oil on that. Okay. We're in business. So this bolt can go back in. Let's just get some of the grease and oil and solvent off the hands. Okay. Forgetting the spring. In fact, while we got the spring, we'll give this a wipe. So, spring on. Now the bolt. Ooh. Bit of a fiddly job now. Get that bolt back in. Okay, so just line the bolt up there, make sure it's all in position and it goes in nicely. There we go. And then what we've got to do then is put the bolt handle back in, which I forgot to clean. So I'll just do that now whilst holding everything together. Okay. This is a bit fiddly. Need 3 pairs of hands. There we go. And that just needs to be pushed in. That's it, the bolt's in. It's me just being finicky. So, that seems to be working alright. I'm going to put a spot of oil just where the spring runs and the piston. Okay. And then what we're going to do now is just give this gas block a wipe, just get all this excess solvent off again. Still a bit mucky, that is. A bit more there. Okay. It's loads better than it was anyway. Okay, so the gas block is pretty much as clean as I can get it. It really does need a bit of a scrub, to be honest. Just give it one more, just for good measure. Okay, now we can get the excess solvent from round here where we've let it soak in, around the gas ports, because that is where all the crap builds up, all the soot, and that's what will cause you problems if you don't keep that clean. Okay, so can drop the O-ring back in there then. Make sure that's sitting level. Drop the gas block. That's in. Might just put a little bit of oil around that. A couple of drops of oil in there. And then it'll be barrel on time. Just get this bit of a wipe. Now while I've got the barrel like this, just knocking my lights down, I'll just get some solvent on there just to get some of that soot off the actual breech. Okay, so barrel on then. So we're all nice and clean. Oh, losing my rack and load patch. We're all nice and clean, everything's moving nice and smoothly. Let's get the barrel on. And see what this gun looks like with this new mag on. Okay. Okay. Just get another paper towel just to wipe any oil. That was probably a bad idea, actually, putting the oil on the gas block to run all down the magazine. Never mind. Just wipe all that off. So let's just put that down a sec. Now just give the fore end a bit of a clean out, because you do get quite a bit of soot build up in the fore end where that excess gas needs to escape. Look at that. Just a tad. We'll get some of that out. Need a chimney sweep up there. Get another one in there. Good measure. Whew, can't believe how much soot is in there. I think what I'll do next time I clean this gun off, take this off and put it in the sink with some hot soapy water. That'll probably be the best bet. But that's got the majority of it off anyway. So let's put the fore end back on and then we can see what this gun looks like. And I'm quite looking forward to this. Whoa, pulling the barrel off. Just get some of that rubbish off there, right then. So I'll just take my door buster off before I put the fore end on. It'll just make life a little bit easier, I think. I'll give that a clean as well while it's off. Okay. And goes the fore end. Make sure the barrel's completely on. There we go. Now for the nut, again something else you need to just give a bit of a clean every so often. Bit of oil on the threads. Oh my life, this gun is looking totally different with this mag on. Bit of oil on the thread on the door buster. You'll notice as well I've got no front sight on this MPA. I find it runs a bit better. Well, it runs a bit better. I just find my sight picture better without it. I just use that block that's on and just sort of put a bit of fluorescent paint on it. When shooting stills it just shows up a little bit better. Okay, and there we have it. Let's just functionality test. Yeah, I've not done those pins too tight for the side saddle, so it's not squeezing the action, not causing any problems there. Absolutely superb. That looks really good. Now what I'm going to do now is just test this gun with live ammunition. Obviously I'm not going to fire it, I'm just going to load up the magazine and just eject them all. But I am in a safe place where I can do this. Okay then guys, I'm just going to test this now by just filling the mag up with live ammunition. Obviously safety catch is on. Don't really recommend doing this, but I just want to test it just make sure it's alright. It'll be perfectly safe, and I'm just going to eject all the rounds. So let's load her up. There's one. Trying to do this on camera. Two. Nine rounds. Okay. Okay then guys, that's the Hatsan MPA mag conversion to make this bad boy 9+1. Quite an easy job, a lot easier than what I thought it would be, to be honest. Well pleased with that though. Like I say, just need to give it a bit of a test at the range just to make sure it's all working. I shouldn't see a problem, to be honest. But yeah, well pleased with that. So that's the video on how to install it, plus a bit of a maintenance video and a good cleaning video for your Hatsan MPA. Thanks for watching guys. See ya.